Hello, everyone. This is Zami Eccles-Irwin from FilmFestivalCircuit.com and the Assistant Director of the Portland Comedy Film Festival. We are gearing up for our Spring 2023 session, which is going to be on May 21st at the beautiful, historic Clinton Street Theater. Today, I have a big crew that I'm talking to today. They produced a short, Student Affairs. What is it? The Story of Britney?
Britney's parents.
Student Affairs, Britney's Parents. We have the creative team here. This is a film submitted to the festival. And let's go around and do some quick introductions. Joey,
Hi, I'm the director, Joey Bennet.
excellent. Jack,
Hi, I'm Jack McMillan. I'm the writer, producer, and I was the assistant director. Want to throw that one out there.
right on. Valentina,
Hi, I'm Valentina. I was the producer.
and Michael.
Hi, I was one of the producers as well as one of the writers.
Excellent. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. This is going to be a lot of fun. And let's jump right in that order. What inspired each of you to contribute to this film?
Well, I think what got me most interested and excited about the project was the world that Jack and Mike both created. I mean, they came to me with the script, and it was very clear to me that this was just going to be a fun project that had characters that were each uniquely different and special in their own ways. And I think that was really the big appeal to me, is that I could see a bit of myself and a bit of someone else in each one of those characters. And so, and that's where good comedy comes from, right? It comes from a very real place. And when I saw that, I thought this would be such a fun project to hop on and get in there.
I love that. Okay, you're seeing yourself in these characters, you're directing them. I like that. I like that balance. What about you, Jack? What inspired your role in this?
So this is actually the second installment in the Student Affairs saga. That's what I'm calling it now, as of right now. Uh, the first one was a lot of fun to make. They were really interesting characters, and I just wanted to come back to them. And we thought expanding on what we did previously would be really cool. The first episode was about a third of the length of this one, so I really wanted to see if these characters could withstand a longer running time. And in my opinion, I think they did.
Absolutely, they have a lot of chemistry. I feel like that's that magic key to sustain a series. What about you, Valentina? What inspired you in this?
Well, when Jack and Mike came to me with the script and the project, I was super excited because I saw the first episode and I thought it was great. And then I read the script for the second episode and I was like, this is going to be amazing. I have to get on that. And I thought at the time there was a really big hole in the market for a sitcom targeted towards college students and like made by college students. And I think that's what gave it like that unique factor. And it just seemed like such a fun project. And I had worked with Jack before and I knew that we were a great team. So it was such an easy yes to go on to this project.
Awesome. And what about you, Michael? What inspired you?
Yeah, so as Jack said, this is the second installment. So what we really wanted to do, for me at least, I wanted to tell an important story, and I want to be able to have these characters now go through arcs. And having the struggle of dealing with your parents in college is something I've always gone through, and I wanted to be able to show that because I know there's so many other people that go through that as they're growing up and going through that age. So being able to have that arc with these characters while also maintaining their crazy fun, shenanigans is always is what I was trying to go for.
Okay, absolutely. I'm kind of curious. Y'all are a very fun group, and even before we started streaming, I saw a lot of good chemistry. Just real quick, what was the dynamic like on set? Working with these comedic situations, working in these relatable ways. Anything to add to that, Joey?
Yeah, being on set with these guys made it a very easy process for me. And that's what you want as a director too. You don't want to be the source of stress. You have to be the source of comfort and relaxation to make sure everyone else has a clear head when moving forward. And all of these, Jack, Mike, and Valentina have made it a great environment for me to relax and to do what I had to do and talk to the actors, which is very important, since this is a very ensemble heavy piece. So that was great.
Totally. You give calm, you get calm. That's very crucial
Yep.
to a smooth working set. What about you, Jack? What was it like on set for you?
You know, as I said before, I was the assistant director. So there were at times where it felt like we were living student affairs with how chaotic some of the stuff was. I'm not saying that negatively, but I think some of the fun that we were having on set made it onto the screen, especially during the parts where where Chase, Jordyn, and Victoria are settling on another restaurant. Those scenes were very, very interesting to film, and there was a lot of fun, which again I think translated onto the screen. A lot of the energy that the actors were giving on camera is definitely what we were all giving to each other.
That's excellent. I often hear that it's like the most brutal horror movies that have the fun set, and it's the comedies that have the stressful set. But it seems like you guys were able to channel the humor of the script into that just set dynamic, which is nice. What about you, Valentina? What was it like on set?
Well, for this project specifically, I think we did a great job in pre-production. So during production, I was pretty chill, and like I knew that everything was going to turn out fine. And plus, I've worked with these guys before this project, so I knew their workflow. I knew that they were hard workers. So as a producer, I was very chill on set. And as everyone has said, I think that energy definitely translated into the final piece. And I think it was just like a great time, and everyone was just like bonding, and we become super great friends after that. So it was just a fun time.
That's like a very good takeaway. You focus on pre-production, and then on set you can kind of just have fun. I feel like that is just impossibly crucial to understand. What about you, Michael? What was it like for you on set?
Yeah, it was definitely a great time. Jack and I, as the two writers, were always in sync. I think highlight on that moment was somebody just yelled to us, "Hey, how old is Britney?" And Jack and I simultaneously answered, 21. And it was, Jack and I are always in sync. Joey comes in and he's just got this great energy. And so I just kind of had this, I got to sit back, I got to assist in whatever needed to get done. But, like Valentina said, pre-production was great. And we had our stuff together when we came to production. So everyone was
Excellent.
happy.
I mean, and the final product is extremely polished. It's witty, it's snappy. Everyone seems to be firing on all cylinders, but it sounds too good to be true. Does anyone have any horror stories, sets being flooded, fire marshal shutting something down? Anything that comes to mind is just the one thing that went wrong?
Yeah, so yes, there obviously are going to be things we have to deal with and adapt to, and that
Right.
comes with anything. For one thing, the dad in the scene was actually a last minute find by Valentina. Our original got sick. He committed. He was fully into it. He was about to come out, and he goes, "I'm sick." And Valentina had, pulled her magic and found somebody.
It was a
Nice.
stressful time.
Yes.
The last minute casting. It's so hard to do, but if you pull it off, it's magic.
Yeah. I think he turned out great.
Excellent.
Like the character,
Mhm.
10 out of 10.
Nice. Let's see. Let's go around, and I'm kind of curious if you guys have any new insight on filmmaking or anything that you learned throughout this process, Joey.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing I learned from this project is how to direct an ensemble. I have been a part of ensembles. I've had an acting background for a while, and particularly in theater. And theater acting is very ensemble heavy. You are one with everyone else. So it's one thing being a part of it, but it's a completely new thing to direct it. And so getting on set and just creating an environment where I think really the key that I learned was creating an environment where true friendships can blossom. And that's where the chemistry comes from. We're not just all here pretending to be friends, but we genuinely do know each other. We know where we've come from. And I think that was just extremely helpful and a big learning curve for me, but I think it paid off.
Okay, that's interesting. You have to foster that real friendship to get an ensemble to work as best as possible. What about you, Jack? What did you learn from this process?
I think, and I kind of knew this before, but this is the one that really kind of established this lesson, is just letting things happen. We all know that stuff is going to happen that goes wrong, and then there's those quick little, oh, we gotta figure this out, and this out. And student affairs especially, there was some stuff that just flew out the window, and we as a team had to come together and go, okay, what are we going to do now? And I do attribute a lot of this to Joey. There wasn't a lot of, no, this is, we have to do it this way. Joey was very much like, well, why don't we try this avenue? Or an actor would be like, why don't we try this avenue? So I think it made it a stronger piece, because there was some stuff that was in mine and Mike's vision that is left on the cutting room floor, where we're like, oh well. But I think it made it a stronger piece by just letting things happen and us finding creative avenues in the moment that worked in that situation.
Totally, and I feel like I've been talking to a lot of independent filmmakers this season. They've all kind of had that as a central mantra: is that the collaboration that you get, and that sort of the mutual finished product is one of the beauties of productions like this. What about you, Valentina? What did you learn from being on set?
I think Student Affairs was one of the first projects that I worked with a team of producers. I used to go solo on like little short films.
Totally.
But this was the first project that I actually like really enjoyed the collaboration, and like relying on Jack and Mike on helping out doing stuff, because I was so used to doing everything by myself, and really that like camaraderie and knowing that I could rely on them and having that clear communication was like a really great experience. And I learned how to like work as a team in that project. And I think it turned out super well, and we worked super well together.
Absolutely. And Michael, what about you? What did you learn from this process?
Yeah. So I really, what I come back to is how you present yourself on set is how you establish the energy on set. And I think back to a time where it was like 2 a.m. We're in the restaurant, we're all exhausted, we're ready to go, but we have a bunch of shots left to do. And we're all very tired, and you could feel the energy get tired. And our amazing director, Joey, he sits there, he takes a moment, he looks around, and he's like, okay, that was great. And he yells, and he's all excited. And he really, like, that moment made me realize, oh, I can't be tired right now. I have to, put my best foot forward, keep that excitement up, keep that energy up to keep this production going well. So that was definitely one of the takeaways.
Well, that's great. It's very underrated to have that, in the air when everyone's tired and you can all feel it. Someone's got to step up and just rally everyone. That's great. And you guys have such a good team. I feel like once one person's rallied, you're all rallied. Do you guys want to talk about more episodes of Student Affairs in the works? Is there any more coming out with that?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
We're right now working to get the 3rd episode off the ground. Definitely, we have it written, and we're working on funding right now. So from there, we'll keep everybody updated. Check out our Instagram, check out our YouTube.
Excellent. Is there anything else you guys would like to add about Student Affairs?
I hope you like it.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, you guys have been extremely fun. Thank you so much for talking with me. I'm very excited to put this on May 21st at the Clinton Street Theater. I think everyone's going to like it. It's a great comedy, polish, and clearly the creative team behind it has that same energy that the film brings. So thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing more from you guys.
Thank you.
So much.
Thank you so much for having us.